Welcome to Buffzone. We are here at Folsom Field where the Buffaloes have just completed an open scrimmage in front of the fans and media. The last opportunity we're going to get to see the Buffaloes play before the September 2nd opener against Colorado State. Some good things, some bad things as you expect. It was pretty vanilla. We also expected that. But Coach McIntyre kind of recapped the scrimmage for us.
Well, of course, the old answer, I'll look at film, but I thought the overall effort and enthusiasm, I think it was plays made on both sides of the ball. I saw a lot of aggression. I was really pleased with our field goal kickers kicked under pressure. We were bringing pressure every time on it. I was really pleased with that. And I thought we got out of here with 0 injuries, which was awesome. I thought the backed up drive, getting out of the hole was really good, made a couple third downs. I thought the 2 minute, when we were in a jam there, that was a really good play we made. So I thought that was, and I thought we had some rhythm to it. And then I thought the defense stepped up and made some plays in some different areas. We didn't play a few of our linebackers and that type of thing. But I was, overall, I did like the effort, and there was a lot of good hits out here too. I like the physicalness of our football team.
Right, obviously everybody looking towards the quarterback play. It was up and down. Stefan Lufau, he's only been back at practice for a little over a week since coming back off the foot injury. He looked pretty solid, did throw an interception to Akella Witherspoon, but all in all, looked pretty sharp with his throws. Steven Montez looked solid, but did leave late with what appeared to be a left ankle injury. Doesn't appear to be serious, however. Jordan Gerke was kind of the star among the quarterbacks, threw a couple of deep touchdown passes, and Coach McIntyre talked about the quarterback play.
I thought the quarterbacks made some plays, Gerke made a nice throw on the post. Montez made a nice throw. I thought they did it well. And Sam Neuer and Marksberry came in and did good with the third group. And so I thought, to me, they're moving right along like they should. I didn't see them confused or look dazed or holding the ball too much. All those type of things you look for if they're confused. I didn't see that, which is good because when they come in the game, they got to be ready to go. They can't be confused at all. And I think Ryan Lingard's done a good job with them. Yeah, he has. I thought he did a lot of things today. He did some good checks, saw some things happening, made some good third down throws. The one interception he threw, Akella made a great play. Akella should do that a lot. As long and big as he is, I mean, look, the guy looked like he was open, and you just see like comes out in midair, and that's what we want to see. I thought that he did a good job.
All right, probably the biggest star on offense and as well as defense was Anthony Jolmise, the freshman, and he caught a long touchdown pass from Jordan Gerke. Also made some plays on defense, and Coach McIntyre talked about the impact he thinks Jolmise can make this season.
We're going to keep using him both ways for a while, and we'll decide which side he'll emphasize on, and I think we'll probably keep him on the other side and still practicing there in case we have some injuries. But we haven't made our mind up on that yet. As you can tell, it's hard to. He makes plays on both sides of the ball. We just got to figure out where he'll play the most.
Do you feel like he's a guy that's going to be hard to keep off the field this year?
But I don't know what capacity at the beginning where he would be, but he's definitely an athlete that we're going to find a way to get on the field at times. There's no doubt. And then especially as the year goes along, for sure.
Offensive line is a big thing the Buffaloes are trying to work on this camp, and they had the same starting 5 throughout the day today. It was from left to right, it was Jeremy Irwin, Jared Coe, Alex Kelly, Tim Lynott, and Sam Cronstage. That was the first team unit throughout the scrimmage today. That does not mean that that's going to be the first team unit come the start of the season, but that's the group that they like right now. There's about 8 or 9 guys they like. Coach Clayton Adams was talking to us about what he likes about that group so far in camp.
You know what? It's kind of difficult to tell without watching the film. Just from standing on the sideline, it looked like we were communicating. It looked like we were getting up and getting set, and we were in the right call most of the time, at least what it appeared. I felt like we played hard. I was happy that we were able to go down the goal line and do some things down there, because that's kind of where it starts, is just being able to be physical. I think there's still a ton of things that we really need to get better at. Just standing on the sideline, I'm not sure that we're moving the line of scrimmage the way that we need to, and I don't think it's an effort thing. I think it's a fundamental technique thing that we need to continue working on. There's definitely still competition. I think that we're closing in on about 8 guys that are really competing for some jobs. The unit that played with the ones today was a unit that I wanted to look at, and some of that has to do with some injuries or illness or whatever. But I think that the unit that went out there with the ones have pretty good chemistry in terms of if you can't get a call out of your mouth, sometimes you got to know by knowing the look, and and that's kind of what we're aiming for. There is almost like telepathy, where those guys, they get up and they see a look, and they can kind of look at each other and know what call we're in without having to make say 15 or 16 words at the line of scrimmage. And I think we're headed that direction, but we got a long way to go.
At the running back position, one of the biggest things the Buffs are looking for is how these guys can run the ball in the short yardage situations. They did a lot of goal line work today and did a pretty solid job there. Both Donovan Lee and Phillip Lindsay scored touchdowns down there, and they were pleased with that progress. Coach Hagan and Donovan Lee talk about that progress there at running back.
As a group, we're improving, we're getting better. Young guys really are kind of swimming a little bit. But the veterans, I think those guys are doing a really, really good job. Phil Lindsay's really physical. He's smart. He's starting to be a little, slippery guy. He's running our power games. He's doing that really, really well. Donovan Lee and Kyle Evans, I think they're doing a really good job with our inside game. Those two guys are really, really quick and slippery. And then we got to get Michael Axis going. And we'll be fine. As a group, I think this is probably the most talented group I've coached.
All of the running backs did really well in the goal line situation. We always have that mentality that when we get that close to the end zone, that no 11 people are going to stop us, especially when we're all operating on the same page. So I think we really did that today.
Of course, Diego Gonzalez will be another weapon on the offense, they hope. He was at times last year struggled from that left hash. They put him in some pressure situations today, but he was perfect on his field goals, even from the left hash, as well as his PATs. And Coach McIntyre was really pleased with how Diego did today.
You want to put I was trying to put pressure on him. I kept yelling, rush it, block it, trying to mess with him, and he handled it good. And he kicked the ball, really got it up, kicked it really well.
All right, so all in all, it was a pretty solid performance from the Buffs today. Kind of what you'd expect scrimmage-wise. Like I said, there was some good, there was some bad, but overall pretty solid. The Buffs are a little less than 3 weeks now away from that opener, and we'll catch up with you next week and talk about how the Buffs are doing.